Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be messages from your higher self. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi, Group 1. So the first message I'm hearing for this group is with not for you, especially sitting above the Page of Cups and friendship, there's a sense of you being protected, especially and particularly from the relationships or people that aren't meant for you, that don't calibrate at those higher vibrations. I feel for this group, you're definitely a group of light workers. I feel like you may have quite a significant soul mission, or there's some sort of vision with Angel of Destiny and Angel of Success. There's some sort of vision you have for a business, a project, something you want to contribute in the world and in the physical that is going to come into form, and you are going to be supported in that manifestation. But with Mother Mary, and we have peace here and faith, humanity and benevolence, it's almost like Spirit is saying the more you stay true to those higher vibrations, the more you live from and operate from love and peace, the more you radiate those frequencies and have faith in your vision, in certain opportunities and in the divine, the more that flows to you. Now with Transcendence, we have rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. And we have that next to action in the Knight of Wands. So I feel like at this time, your higher self is letting you know that you are receiving valuable and accurate divine guidance in terms of what to do next or how things are going to unfold. If you have felt a little bit like, oh, maybe things aren't going to work out for me, or, you know, right now things don't look like they're falling into place or they're going to come together, I feel like the divine is letting you know that things are coming into form, you are on the right path, and you can trust that. But there may be certain pieces of the puzzle that have to fall into place first. Or there could be as well, specifically, certain action that's undertaken that helps you in that process. Now, the message I've heard twice now is around control and letting go of control. So your higher self is saying you can take steps to align yourself with your destiny, but you don't want to be in that place or position where you feel you need to control how things unfold, or you feel you need to control every aspect of it. It's like Spirit is teaching you how to be in this world, how to take steps, move forward, even be quite, busy or quite prominent in the physical, but internally you're detached. Internally there's a sense of calm, a sense of peace. It's almost like you exert your energy and your energy field on the world rather than the world exerting its effect on you. So your higher self is teaching you to anchor that frequency. Because we have here as well, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And I do feel overall for this group, you are very old souls. You do have a level of growth and inner evolution where you are capable of seeing the best in others. But I don't know if at present, like, things feel a little shaky, or you're starting to lose faith in your destiny, your dreams, your vision. Because I feel like Spirit is really saying, like, there is abundance here, there is growth, there is spiritual support. But for some of you, you may just be in a place where you feel like things aren't flowing or coming in, and that could be triggering as well, a sense of, maybe I need to control this, or maybe I need to make this happen. I feel like your higher self is also teaching you lessons as it pertains to divine timing. That things happen at the ideal timing. If you try to push ahead and make things happen, it could unfold in a way that doesn't serve your highest good. And then we had here higher learning, and it says you have learned from experience, more inner study is now needed. So there could be, I don't know if inner study is the right word. I see you becoming very calm, very peaceful. I see you more in a state of meditation. I'm also feeling, though, as you go through this process, there may be an uncomfortable inner evolution where things are being stripped away from you, especially with not for you sitting above higher learning, because Spirit is almost showing me certain conditions or beliefs or ways of being stripped free of your being. And this could be where control may come up as well, because naturally the mind and the ego will, have some fear or some panic around that process. And I feel like your higher self is saying, allow everything to unfold as it will, and don't hold on to anything. I just heard an empty cup, where you're like an empty vessel, so Spirit can pour and flow through you. You're learning how to be very much surrendered in the world. And again, being surrendered doesn't mean you don't hold true to that vision and to your inner guidance, but there's a sense of there's a lack of attachment. For some of you, I feel like you're learning how to, it's very Zen energy, where it's very much around meditation, being an empty vessel, beginner's mind, like being in for some of you, you may be studying some sort of mindfulness or meditation practice. But I just keep hearing it's like your higher self wants you to be clear so that these things can flow in for you. Now, with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups, there's a sense of support, nurturing, and then opportunities, choices coming in. But as you can see, that's at the end of the spread. So I feel for some of you, if you feel right now, like with Observer as well, you're kind of watching things and things aren't happening, or you're not sure how it's going to unfold, I feel like your higher self is saying that there are going to be opportunities incoming, especially in the realm of, I feel for this group, you're very much humanitarians, healers, light workers. That won't resonate with everyone, but for many of you. And I do feel a lot of these choices and opportunities and even abundance here with Six of Pentacles and generosity. I feel like there's a lot of promise, or it's almost like a breakthrough when it comes to career and your dreams and your abundance. But it's like, I just heard, don't quit before the miracle occurs. So for some, it could be a sense that, well, it's not happening yet, or I feel like I'm headed towards this, but why can't I see any tangible results? So I feel like now it's more about embracing the present moment, but being open to timelines as well, being open to not only when, but how things unfold, especially if some of you have, very set ideas of how you think things will happen, or, the timelines they should happen in, what it looks like. I feel like your higher self is really teaching you that the mind isn't the best navigator when it comes to moving through the physical. Sometimes the heart and your intuition and your inner guidance is a little more accurate, because it can pick up on potential, say, pitfalls or limitations that the mind and the ego can't perceive. So I do think there's a lot of growth here around trust and around faith. I feel for this group, you're learning as well how to be the energy of what you want to offer. For example, say I am a healer and I resonate with having a life purpose and a life mission as being a healer. Regardless of, whether I have a business, whether I work one-on-one in those individual sessions, it's more about anchoring that frequency in everything I do. It's living that way, even in the downtime, even if I'm, going for a walk. It's constantly embodying the consciousness of what you're trying to bring in or attract in. With transcendence, I do feel for some of you, there is a level of ascension where you are, I keep hearing a stripping bare process. So for some of you, you're really getting to the core of yourself. You may be clearing away or stripping bare certain tendencies, ideologies, thought processes, just energies that don't serve you anymore. And I feel like Spirit and your higher self are kind of not only helping you with that process, but helping you hold the faith. Because for some of you, it may seem maybe a little scary, but a little uncertain. Like I keep hearing it looks like things aren't happening, or it could even feel like you're moving in the wrong direction. You could be doubting. You could be losing faith in your vision, in your path, in your higher self. But there's this really strong message of holding true and staying true to that vision, to that knowing, because you are on the right track. You are on the right path. In terms of inner study, I do feel your higher self is encouraging some sort of meditative process or practice where you're really learning to just be with whatever is happening within you, learning to observe, not react. So I do feel for some of you, there may be an energy of, I just keep hearing detachment, being more detached, being able just to flow with the divine, with source, with the universe, and being in that really beautiful, peaceful state. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, group 2. So for this group, there's a lot going on. Like, I feel there's a huge process of awakening, or there's some sort of growth process that's happening where things are coming to life. But I feel like this may be a period of time that's very intense, because I'm getting that energy. There's a lot happening around the sacral chakra as well. So you may feel, new passions, new inspiration, new creativity. There's some sort of awakening as well with the emotions and the emotional body. But we have the Fool, the Tower, and here we have Angel of Enlightenment. There could be a period, for some of you it could be happening right now, where things are quite chaotic, because I feel as these energies rise to the surface, or as all of this is going on, it may be feeling a little intense, or it may be difficult to gain a sense of your bearings. I feel like there's a lot of energies that may close out. There's a lot that you may be shedding, and there's a lot that you may become aware of in terms of what your goal or your love, your passion, your purpose really is. There's some sort of clarity or revelation in terms of, okay, this is what holds value for me. You may be very clear as well in terms of what hasn't been working for you, especially with the Eight of Cups departure sitting above the Tower. I do feel as well your higher self is really encouraging you to fully let go of the past, or let go of old habits, relationships, just energies that can't come with you, because we have here as well awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection. There's a sense of, as you're going, I just heard a psychic storm, where there's just so much swirling within you, around you. I think things may feel quite chaotic. There may be a lot of things ending and clearing out to make room for the new. Again, it may be with here and now as well. I think grounding yourself in the present moment is how you're going to kind of remain somewhat stable, because I feel like instability is a word and an energy I'm getting, where things may feel, it's like the ground may be moving beneath you, where you can't seem to get a solid foothold, where you feel confident and strong and certain. We have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. There's something around what you're going through in this psychic storm. I feel like it's internal, and it could be in the physical world, that makes it very clear to you what matters to you and what doesn't. It could make it clear to you as well who is a true friend and true connection, and who doesn't really offer that for you. There's some sort of revelation. It's designed to wake you up, is what I just heard. And it doesn't mean you weren't already awake, but I feel like it's shaking you to that next level of being. It's awakening something in you though, because I feel a lot of dormant energies are coming back to life. We have the Ten of Wands, burdens. So it could be a sense as well where certain events or people or situations are literally awakening or bringing up painful situations from the past, like a mirroring effect, or almost like a trigger, because and it's designed to help you heal and release these energies in the present moment. We can only ever heal in the present moment, even if it is the past we are healing. Often those energies or emotions will get triggered and come up in the present, and that's how we move through them. So I feel like there could be situations that act as a catalyst for you. With King of Swords decisions as well, some of what's happening, I feel like it's fated. Yes, you have a level of free will, but I feel for many of you, if there are situations that are kind of ending or just not working out, you already know about it. I don't feel like it's so hard to figure out what is working for you and what's not. I think it's going to be very clear, especially with the Four of Cups and indifference after that. And then you start here with the Fool. But I feel with this Ten of Wands, that energy has to be fully released and transmuted to have the new beginning. And then we have the Tower, Knight of Pentacles, Trust, and then the Sun, Angel of Happiness. So Spirit and your higher self is also saying any turbulence you're going through right now is designed to bring you to your happiness. It's designed to align you with the things that really matter. And you have here life force energy as well. And we've got the themes of passion as well. And Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. I feel like there is that energy of going after your truth, or really being, for some of you, I'm hearing it was being clear on what actually had value for you. Like, I feel like there's some sort of revelation from what has not worked out that has made it very, very evident what will make you happy. So perhaps for some of you had to go through, a difficult situation or some sort of discord. And for some of you with this amount of energy and this amount happening, it could be in more than one sector of your life. Like for some of you, this could be like career, work, relationships, just everything. But there's a sense of you almost had to experience what wasn't for you or what didn't feel right to be very clear in terms of what will work and what does resonate. Now, for this group, again, being in the present moment and really having a level of trust is going to be important. I think there's going to be a period of time where there's a lot of release work, especially emotionally, but even energies, because I keep getting like repressed emotional dormant energies that are now coming forth. So working with, whether it's journaling, could be for some people can release energies really well through physical movement and exercise. There's a sense of allowing yourself to feel and even to speak up. If some of these feelings you feel the best and highest outcome is to express them, is to truly resolve them, especially if it involves another person. You may choose to do so, or you may choose to just write them a letter without actually initiating communication. But there is this sense here of, like, I just keep seeing energy swirling. Like it's like trying to gain my footing, but everything keeps spinning around me. There's a lot going on. But I feel like this process, it's like this storm initiates you into a new way of being. It helps you ascend to the next level. And I feel like your life is far more fulfilling and there's a lot more joy and happiness at this next stage because of this process and because of what you've gone through. And it's almost as though had you not gone through this growth edge or had you not experienced some of these energies, I don't think you would have been in that place. With the Fool, for some of you, there could be this desire for a fresh start, for a new beginning. And it's been perhaps a long time coming, or you've been working toward it. But this could be like the eye of the storm where stuff, people, things is starting to shed and fully release and clear to make way for that new beginning. With the Tower and Angel of Enlightenment, I feel like there's some sort of enlightenment that comes from this Tower. And that's true often with this card and with these energies, but not always. Like not everyone uses, certain situations or challenges in their life to grow. You always have free will in terms of what you gain from it. But for this group specifically, it really awakens your eyes to what has value. I think for some of you, even what your purpose is, or what you feel like your purpose is now. For those of you where you feel like you've outgrown what you were doing or where you were at, there's some sort of epiphany in terms of, okay, this is my abundance, this is my happiness. I think for this group, it's very much a time as well to let go. These energies, it's not a time to try to hold on to the past. You may obviously feel the past coming up or bring up the past because that's what you need to work through, or you feel like it's time to kind of move through those energies. But overall, this is a time where it's more about, it's more future oriented. It's more about letting go of what has been, clearing it out, healing, releasing, so that you have space for this full energy, for this new beginning. For those of you where it's difficult right now, we have Knight of Pentacles and Trust. I feel as though your higher self is asking you to have trust in this process. I feel like I also just heard with all that glitters, you're going to be drawn to your happiness and your abundance. So for those of you where you feel like something is closing out, but you're not entirely sure what is next, I feel like the divine is saying, like, we have your back, you are being led, but it's like you're led and you receive that inspiration at the perfect time. You receive it, you know, when it's ideal for you. You receive it when it's time to actually take action, not when you're still closing out some of these old cycles, these old energies. It could be old memories and conditions as well. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, group 3. So the message I'm hearing for this group is you may be going through a test of faith. Certain challenges, obstacles, or even just doubt. I think for some of you as well, you may be going through a process of initiation where things may look rocky. With the 9 of Swords and stress there, we could have a lot of mental activity, a lot of doubts come up, a lot of ambivalence. Yeah, I heard a test of faith, but also a test of courage with strength here. I feel for some of you in this group, we have the Hierophant. I feel like you have the potential to be, for some of you, literally a spiritual teacher or spiritual leader, healer, but also even a visionary. Like there's some sort of vision that you bring into this world. And again, it doesn't have to even be in the realm of, you know, metaphysics or healing. It could be in a completely different field. But I feel like there's some sort of test of faith or challenge in regards to believing in that. Or there may be something going on where, you know, you're feeling as though things aren't working out, or I don't know, especially with between worlds and dedication, there's that sense of you're going through a transition. You are stepping into the next phase of the journey, but there is still a lot of action that's needed. There's still a lot of effort that I see you putting in and undertaking. You have here as well light activation, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So with that card as well, there is that sense of staying true. It's like your inner self knows that this vision, this path, for some of you, it could be a career choice, is for you, but it's like, it may not, there might be a lot of closed doors right now with the 7 of Wands and challenges and 3 of Wands preparation. I'm hearing for some of you, there's more work and preparation that has to be undertaken first before things will unfold. But you do have here Dharma unfolding. So again, I do think you're on the right path. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So your higher self is also asking you, yes, to be in the present moment, but don't get too far ahead of yourself, especially if at times that can lead to discouragement or feeling, you know, self-doubt or feeling as though things aren't working out. And with why, when you're going through those challenges, it's like spirit wants you and your higher self wants you to remember why. Why are you doing this? Why do you have this dream? What's your overarching goal? It's almost like you need to keep anchoring on that vision and that dream you have for yourself. Could be for humanity, for, you know, your abundance, career, your success, so that it gets you through the difficulties. Yeah, I keep hearing test of faith. I feel like there's some sort of challenge here. And we have hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. For this group, your higher self is making it really clear that your mental, I just heard your mental well-being is pertinent. So taking care of your mental health is instrumental. But I also feel for some of you, there's a need to shift mental patterns. Shift the way you speak to yourself. Shift and clear and heal perhaps fear-based thoughts or cognitions or energies and ideas that just don't serve you. You have Gaia Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Definitely I'm resonating here with stay grounded for you. And I feel for some of you, you're here to change the world. For some of you, you could have, in whatever way resonates with you individually, because you'll all be different, but there is that sense that you're here to help manifest a new earth, a new world, new ways of being. I feel like for this group, you are very evolved and you are very perhaps progressive. Perhaps what you're working towards is ahead of its time, or it needs some time just to fully develop. And here we have generosity and the devil, angel of freedom. For this group as well, I feel like this preparation, yes, some of it is preparation, I feel, in terms of literal physical action to help manifest this or to help bring it into form. But with the devil here as well, I get the sense that the preparation is giving you time to step into your higher self completely, to clear away definitely negative thoughts or belief patterns, but clear away, it could be old habits, toxicity, negative relationships, old ideas of yourself that are too small for your vision. And I just heard, it's like your higher self is asking you, and you have a vision that's this large, but you see yourself as, and it doesn't have to be to the extreme of seeing yourself as incapable, but seeing yourself as less than what you truly are and less than what you're truly capable of. There's a mismatch in terms of energy. So there is a message here of seeing yourself in a higher light and seeing yourself as worthy and deserving of the success or the fruition, the manifestations of your dream. And that's why I think we have recognized your divine worth here, because I do think, and it's not to say, I think for this group overall, you do think positively of yourself, but there could be a tendency here toward self-criticism, self-doubt, negativity. I don't think you see yourself as powerful or as skilled, as deserving as what you could or what you need to manifest this vision. Now, with strength, I do think as well, this process is designed to bring and draw out a lot of strength in you, a lot of power. It's almost like when you go through these challenges or when you face certain obstacles, you realize there was far more within you than you gave yourself credit for. So I do think for some of you, there's going to be a real awakening that, like, yes, I am capable, or I am confident, I have more skill than I thought I did. There's going to be a real revelation. With preparation and dedication, I'm hearing, don't be afraid, number one, to work for your dreams in a centered way. Like, don't do it to a level that you're depleted or it drains you. But I do feel there's a level of work that's needed for many of you in terms of your path moving forward, in terms of your dharma. I also keep hearing, don't allow challenges or obstacles or, any type of initiation to leave you feeling as though you can't move ahead, to leave you feeling as though, things aren't working out or they're not going to work out in the future. Because I do feel any growing pains are designed to bring you into this new world. There is a sense of transition here and expansion. But obviously when we are in a phase of expansion, sometimes that can push us to the limits. It can draw forth certain energies, certain dormant dreams, visions. It could bring up issues from the past, especially for this group around confidence or self-worth or what it means to dream big. It could have been, conditioning in the past where there were naysayers or people around you that taught you that you couldn't think outside the box or you had to play it safe. There's just this sense of breaking free from any restriction. I also feel for this group, in order to manifest what you're seeking and your vision, you need to break free from the egoic mind, in the sense of the dream. It doesn't mean you don't take physical action and there aren't practical considerations, but Spirit is saying your faith in the divine and in the inner guidance, your intuition, has to be stronger than the logical egoic mind that, A plus B equals C or whatever. Take one step here. It has to be practical. There could be a sense of being too practical where it doesn't, because we have really strong Taurian energy here as well. But there could be a sense of being too practical at the expense of your intuition, or too, dare I say, too logical, too linear. And I'm not saying there's not a place for, logic and practical steps, but I think for this group, what you're strengthening is faith in the unseen, faith in the divine. And I feel like that's what helps bring in greater blessings and abundance. I do see you being very abundant, but it takes a really strong commitment to manifest that abundance. And with the Nine of Swords above it, and especially with stress, you may have to overcome a lot of mental fear, doubt, worries to get to that place of dedication. There may be challenges internally that kind of push you to the edge before you reach that place. But I do feel like your higher self is proud of you, and I do feel like you are going through, an initiation, test of faith. Like, it is meant to challenge you. This phase you're going through, this growth process, it's not designed to be easy, but I feel like it is a way, in a sense, it's a way of you proving how committed you are to your dreams, to yourself, and to the divine. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Group 4. So with these energies, I feel for this group, you may have gone through a process of healing or some sort of ending or closure, or you may just be ready for something new. I feel for this group, there's a sense of really embracing your power. We have the Emperor, we have the Queen of Wands. For some of you as well, you may be really tapping into or starting something new as it pertains to your creativity or your own skills, your own wisdom. For example, you may have a project in mind, a business idea. There may be something that you're creating in or change that's coming in terms of career. I just feel like there's new life that's wanting to flow through you. But first you go on this healing process. We have healing here with the Four of Swords, and then we have the Five of Swords loss. So there could be this space where you've had to really heal or grieve from some sort of loss or let something go to tap into this rebirth. There's a very strong sense of ending and closures and grief that then leads to the new beginning. You also have here Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. There's something around this process as well where you recognize that you have far more power than you thought you did previously. There's some sort of revelation in terms of, I am strong, or I do have the potential to, commit to my visions, commit to a particular vision or dream or change. Because I feel after this healing process, for some of you, you are going to be drawn to something new or some sort of shift or change in your world. You have Freya here as well, phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So you could have had, I keep seeing Freya next to the Emperor, and I feel like you could have had some illusions about yourself, especially around your power or what you thought you could do, what you were worth, what you were capable of. I feel like any kind of self-limits or any challenges to your confidence are what you're healing. I see you being very much whole in the sense of really believing in yourself. And then we have here call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. When you come out of this healing process, and the timelines will be different for everyone, but as you come out of it, it will be time, I feel, for you to move ahead. With call to action, then you have the Chariot, angel of guidance. It's like once that healing is complete, things really start to move. And here we have the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So for some of you as well, I feel like you're going to feel that sense that out of the darkness came light, or out of a particular loss, it made way for some sort of miracle or serendipity. I do feel for this group, you may very well see the divine hand at work. It may be very obvious that the divine is helping you, or there may be certain circumstances or synchronicities that come together, and it's very evident to you that the divine played a role or had a hand in, bringing these conditions together or creating something. Here as well, we have the Hangman, angel of prophecy, next to King of Cups, commitment. You may be receiving a lot of visions as well. Some of these miracles and the serendipity could literally be like the divine bringing you with creativity and angel of prophecy. For some of you, your actual gifts of prophecy may be enhanced. So you may be really working on your intuition or on certain spiritual gifts. But for others of you, I feel like it could be a creative vision or some sort of dream that you then seek to manifest or bring into form. Especially we have here Justice, angel of integrity. But with the Chariot and Justice, it's like reaching a level of karmic justice where You may have gone through certain karmic experiences or karmic lessons, but I just heard it brought you back to yourself. It brought something to your own awareness, or it made you clear about something within yourself. So I do feel, this sense of returning to a place of balance or integration. We have 9 here, then we have 18, 9. You may be seeing 9s or 999, because there is that sense of closing out a cycle, closing out a chapter. With Treasure Island, I feel like there is treasure in this new cycle, this new chapter. But again, the treasure comes in because of the transformation, specifically around your sense of empowerment, around your sense of what is possible and what you can create. You may have had to overcome certain doubts or fears or wounds to your creativity, if you've had people in the past that didn't really believe in your talents, your skills, your abilities, but also wounds to your sense of self, wounds to your own sense of power, whether this was people in the past that overpowered you or just tried to diminish you. I feel like there's some sort of recognition, but it's like you're reclaiming that strength. You're able to kind of tap into those resources again. And I feel it's like coming out of this healing phase or out of this healing process, you're far more empowered and you have far greater strength than you recognize even previously. It's like a blessing in disguise. It may have been a difficult process, or there may have been a lot of, challenges to overcome. But as you come out of that, or as you make it to the other side, you recognize how much it taught you, how much it grew you into the person you are now. So it's like, again, being grateful and recognizing that even if things appear not to be working in your favor, they do have hidden blessings that help your long-term goals. But with serendipity and miracles, I'm hearing expect miracles in the sense that certain goals you have for yourself or certain desires that you have had are now ready to kind of come in. Or as you embrace and embody more of this energy and really believe in the potential, or I just heard believe in the impossible. So for some of you, you may have dreams or visions that in the past may have seemed impossible to you, or they were so lofty, you weren't quite sure if you could attain them. But I feel like the more you keep taking action and the more you hold and anchor that faith, the more blessings come in for you. With the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, for some of you, I said something about starting something new, but you could very much start your own project, business, enterprise. You could be starting and building your own career or a new career. There's just this sense that you're in charge, that you're the one that's making it happen. So again, for some of you, this could literally involve self-employment. Or at the very least, there's a level of freedom of you working on something individually. With Angel of Guidance and Angel of Prophecy, for this group, I feel like you're super psychic and you're very tapped into spirit and you're very good at reading the energy. I think there's a gift here of being able to tap into the divine. But for this group, there's very strong water with the Chariot and the King of Cups, but there's also very strong fire with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, and especially with Freya and Bridget, like very strong divine energy. Divine feminine energy. And again, you don't have to be female to embody really powerful divine feminine energy, but there's a sense for this group. You may have a combination of fire and water in your chart, but you have a beautiful blend of that divine masculine, that passion, that fire with the more soft, free-flowing water element, intuitive element. That could also make you very creative because you're able to blend some of that intuitive knowing or intuitive energy with, a really solid plan and ability to take action. I feel like for this group, you have very strong, inner union when it comes to the divine feminine and divine masculine elements. But I am hearing for this group as well, it's important that you don't rush the healing phase. Like, if you're still in the thick of it, or you still feel with the Four of Swords that you need more healing, more rest, and with Five of Swords, if there's still any sort of loss or grief or pain from the past, it's important that you still go through that process and you allow it to heal. But there's also this need here, once you feel renewed, once you're in that phase where, yep, these wounds have healed, I have clarity, I have peace of mind, then I feel like the universe is going to be really prompting you to take action. And I feel like your higher self is really proud of you in terms of the level of growth that you've achieved and attained, and just your strength. I feel like for this group, you are really strong, you are really powerful, regardless of what you've thought in the past or what other people may think or tell you. There is an inner fortitude. Like, I feel for this group, like you would just never give up, or you have the power to kind of keep going toward a goal, a dream, a vision, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of, the naysayers, regardless of any external conditions. And I feel like that's almost your superpower, is that strength. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.